Hi, good morning. I have not done an update in a couple days, and I do apologize. We've had a very interesting week, so to speak. I've got something. I went ahead and got a few chickens from Tractor Supply, and they are, I think it's Barred Rock, or Plymouth Rock birds, and they're so cute. My husband was very upset with me because we're still in a camper in a campsite, so we haven't got on the land yet. So anyways, there's my babies. Hey, hi. Hopefully I got all hens. The lady that picked them out for me, she looked at their wings. She said sometimes you could tell by their wings, but she thinks that all of the ones that she got me are hens. So I don't know. I hope. I mean, our plans for the chickens, of course, is the eggs. We want some good laying hens. We want our own eggs. And also for meat. So if one of them happens to be a rooster, my husband says he's going to eat him. But I already have one that is trying to fly, and it loves me. It's not scared of me. It lets me kind of do whatever I want to with it. And I kind of want a pet bird. I kind of want one as a pet. I don't know how my husband feels about that, but you know, I know our whole purpose of being on the homestead, raising our own animals, is to eat them. You know, and it's going to be kind of hard for me at first, I think. Because I get very attached to every living creature, and I know it's just part of life. We are not vegetarian. We love to eat meat, and we plan to have pigs and cows and a milk goat or milk cow. We haven't really made our minds up yet on that, but anyways, what's going on with the land? We signed the contract. And we agreed on a price, and apparently the listing agent was supposed to go to Tennessee over Easter holiday and have them sign the contract. We signed our part, and they were supposed to sign theirs. And something happened, and he was not able to make it to Tennessee over the weekend. So he had emailed it to them, and also said that they could go to a local agent up there and sign the contract up there with an agent. Mary let me know yesterday, our real estate agent down here from hometown. She let me know that she got the contract back, and all they did was sign on the last page. They did not change the price. We had originally, our first offered price was declined, and that was on the contract that we had signed. And they did not change the price or anything, and she said that it was not a legit legal document, signed contract, and she would not accept it. So here we are again, waiting for them to sign the contract, and it has been 2 weeks. 2 weeks since we accepted an offer. So hopefully today we will get the corrected contract back, and we can move forward. Now the birds are trying to fly out. Come on, babies. Come on. Come on. Come on, babies. Come on, babies. Where's my favorite bird? Where's my favorite bird? Little, get down. No. Another reason why we decided to go ahead and get the birds is I want my dogs, especially Little Bit, to get used to them. We used to have pet birds, so our dog Bullet, he doesn't pay them any mind. He doesn't care. Actually, he's over there on the couch. I put one on his back the other day, and he just kind of turned around and looked at it, and you know, that's all he does. Little, on the other hand, she is very curious. She likes to nibble. You know, she'll like that to it. She hasn't hurt one yet, but I want her to be around them as much as possible, because I plan on these birds being free-range birds. And they're really good for getting fleas and ticks and parasites and stuff in your yard. There's a lot of good benefits to having free-range chickens. The downside is with them being free range, they are out there in the open wild for other animals to get them. So I plan on them being out while we are at home. We are not at home, they will be in their coop. And here's one trying to be crazy. I'm not really sure how old these are either. I didn't ask her. I know they're not newborn hatchets. I'm not really sure how many weeks old they are. But anyways, so I just wanted to give you guys an update. Another thing that we done over the past weekend is we've been looking on the yard sale pages, trying to find good deals on anything that we can use on the farm. Free stuff, equipment, stuff like that, that we may need for gardening, and chickens, etc. And we came across 60 sheets of, it's called forest green roofing metal. And they're very long. I think they're like 14 or 16 feet or 10 feet. There's different sizes, but they're anywhere from 10 to 16 feet long, I'm thinking. Anyways, it's a really good deal. And so we jumped on it. We told the guy that we wanted them. And my husband went yesterday and paid him for them. And obviously we told him we couldn't get them right now because we don't have no place to put them. So hopefully he's okay with it staying there until we get moved on the land. If not, we can move it over to his brother's property for the time being, but that's just a lot of moving. You know, I'd rather move it in one place and be done. But anyways, so we got a really good deal on that. And obviously the guy is like the owner of a sheet metal company, and he was trying to sell us roofing for our house, which we need to put a new roof on the house whenever we get moved over there, when we start redoing it. That is a goal of ours, and it's something that I know we're gonna have to have. But he quoted us $3,500 for all the materials needed to do the roof. It's kind of an estimate though, like we don't really know the exact size. Little. Oh, she's behind me. I come home a while ago from taking the kids to school, and Bullet got in the trash in the bathroom, and he had it strewed everywhere in here. So, anyways, I've been cleaning and straightening up. I have to go to work today. I go in at 12:30 and work till 9 tonight. I'm usually the morning person. I work 5 to 1:30 or 5 to 5. So I'm kind of switched around, but it's Peggy's weekend, and me and her flip-flop, you know, Thursday and Fridays, depending on who has to work the weekend, just to make it a little easier for us to kind of adjust to getting up early or coming in late, vice versa. Because you don't want somebody working 12:30 to 9 and then waking back up at 4 to come in at 5, because, you know, you're really tired and stuff. So we try to make it better for people. Anyways, enough about work. Another thing that we came across that we are going to have a little problems with, we do not have to have a survey as of right now on the land. But I know we want to build fencing and stuff. We need to know where our boundaries are. It's eventually going to have to be something we have to have done. We have called around and we have got 3 quotes back. One of them, the highest, was $12,000. The lowest was $8,500. And the other thing that I think we're probably going to end up getting more acreage, having more land, because the taxable acreage is 87 total. Is what it's on the tax records. The deed has a different acreage number. And there's an app that you can download that shows you partial boundaries and stuff, and it's also used for hunting and marking places on your land, whatnot. You can get a free trial, but you have to pay for it monthly if you choose to. I'm not doing that, but anyways, I have it right now on my phone till the free trial's up, and it is showing a total of 102 acres. And it goes by GPS coordinates and stuff. So we don't really know how many acres we have. So I'm going to continue to ask around and hope to God that we can find a reasonable price. I just think that that is outrageous, and if that is how much it costs to have land surveyed, I am in the wrong kind of business. I need to go to school to be a surveyor, because damn. Excuse my language, but that is just, you know, I don't know. I don't understand why it's that much. It makes it very hard for someone like us to do what we need to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to put us in a financial bind, because we have a down payment on the land, we have a monthly payment on the land, we have children, you know, we have other obligations other than, you know, not just farming, but to come up with, you know, $8,800, even on the low end, is a lot of money. I mean, that's a tractor for us, that's hay equipment, that's a barn, that's cattle, you know, that's animals for our farm. So, you know, it's just, I know it's something that we're gonna have to do, and it's really bothering me. But I'm gonna keep calling around. Hopefully, we get lucky and we find someone that can do it for around $1,500, $2,000. You know, that is a reasonable price for me. I can see paying that to have someone come out and survey land. That one guy called me and he quoted us $10,000. And he was a very old man, and he could hardly hear. He could hardly hear us on the phone. He was deaf. And he's like, well, I don't know what I'm getting myself into, blah, blah. He's like, $10,000. We were like, no, thank you, sir. We're going to call around. I mean, we thought he was just being a jackass. We thought he was just being, I guess he was hard for money. I mean, when he told us that price, we were like, you've got to be kidding me, dude. You have lost your fucking mind. Excuse my language. And even the real estate, Mary, she was, we had him on speakerphone, and it was when we were signing the contract, when we accepted the offer, and she was listening to him tell us this, and she was like, no, what the crap, hang up on him. That's what she said. She's like, that is ridiculous. And she gave us another person to call that she had known someone else to have land surveyed, that it was around 5,000, and they had more acreage than we had. So I was like, okay, great. So I called them. Their quote was higher than his at $12,000. I was like, no, y'all have lost your minds. That is ridiculous. I mean, I'm not a surveyor. I don't know what goes into surveying, but I'm just saying, I'm just shocked. I am just shocked that it cost that much money. I mean, that's just like, y'all must be living high on the hog. Seriously. Wow. That is crazy. Crazy money. Anyways, so I'm hoping we get lucky, like I said, and find someone that's either retired or isn't wanting to drain someone dry. If we have to get a loan to do this, I mean, that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, I'll quit bitching about that. I usually don't cuss, but that has me cussing, and I'm not very proud of it, but it blows my mind. Anyways, so we're gonna be waiting on Mary to get the contract back because they did not sign it correctly and it's not legit. So as of right now, we're still waiting on the contracts. And we have chickens and we have metal to build a building, and we want to get out of this campsite. We want to get on the land. I'm hoping that we can do it by the middle of May or the 1st of May. But as of right now, the way things are going, I don't know. And we're still waiting to hear back on the right-of-way thing. Their lawyers, the seller's lawyers, are working on the deeded right-of-way, and they haven't got back to us on that yet. So we're still waiting on a few different things. So we're getting anxious. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to be realistic, I guess, about things and how much things are going to cost. But I mean, when you get a quote like that for something that, I mean, it's just, I don't know. You just got to pray about it because only God knows, right? I mean, that's another reason why we've chose to live this life, because it is ridiculous. Everything just keeps going up and up and up, and people want like an arm and a leg for something, and 2 years later, after you spend your savings on it, it breaks. And you find out that it costs more to fix the darn thing than it does to buy another one. So that is going in the scrapyard. That's going in the trash can. And then you're buying another one. And guess what? 2 years later, it breaks. You know? And I mean, it's just a vicious cycle. And I think that if we do what we want to do and this all works out, and we don't have to rely on all this modern technology and spend all of this money on ridiculous stuff, and we live life what I call the simple way, which there's nothing simple about being a homesteader, and there's nothing simple about being a farmer and having animals, because it's work. But if you look at it in that point of view, it's the simple life, so to speak. So y'all just keep saying a prayer for us, and like I said, we're ready to get out of here, and we're ready to get on the land and start building fence and raising animals, demoing the house, getting the house ready for us to move into. We're going to have the camper over there. We're going to be in the camper for a couple more years, I know. Our goal is to live in the camper no more than 2 years. Just because we have 2 teenagers. For a short time, it will be okay. We will make it. If we can get the house livable within the 2 years, where we can go ahead and start moving our things out of the storage unit in there, and hopefully we can stay in the house over the winter, because there's 4 wooded stoves in that house. You talking about burning up. I mean, we had one wood stove in a mobile home that we used to live in, and that thing got hot. It got like really hot in that house. So I can just imagine what it's like having 4 wood stoves. And obviously we're planning on tearing all the walls out, putting insulation in and stuff. So it's gonna be a good solid house, and it already is, but it'll be even better when we get done with it. So anyways, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna quit yapping. I've talked my birds to sleep. Yeah, they're sleeping. And I'm actually in the process of doing laundry, and I have to get ready for work. So I will try to do another video as soon as I get another update from Mary on our contract. But like I said yesterday, we were supposed to go sign the addendum where she's had to change the closing date, and she got the papers back and they wasn't signed right. So we're still waiting. So we'll see what happens. And y'all have a good day.